First off, if you're in Nottingham, I highly recommend checking out this cafe. It's a little slice of Italy, and there's even Vespers to sit on. There are genuine Vespa seats, genuine Vespa frames as such, and the coffee's spot on as well. So if you're in Nottingham, this is on Pelham Street. Look it up. Like I said, some people said that's an ashtray now, don't use it. Others have said clean it up, buy new piston rings, and off you go again. What have I done with the rings? So one of the rings actually snapped getting it off, so that's junk anyway. That ring came off not too bad, slightly bent though. So where have I put it? Massive thanks to Vespa Jets. They managed to send me out some rings within 2 days. So I'm going to put it all back together and see if it runs. Right, I'm pretty much back together, but I've just remembered something else. Someone mentioned long reach spark plugs and short reach. Now it's seized on the long reach one. I wonder if it being that little bit longer is putting a lot more heat on the crown of the piston and getting the piston a lot hotter. Even though a 7, I'm probably talking rubbish here, but a 7 is a cooler burn spark plug and the 6 is the hotter burn. So yeah, maybe I'm just going to go back to make sure I'm putting short reach plugs in it. From what I understand, short ones are for 125s and 150s, and the long ones are for the 200 engines. So that could be another lead up to why it's seized. Right, I think apart from putting the plug back in, I'm ready for a fire up. So all I've done is cleaned the piston itself up, just check the cylinder's not got any scuffs on it. I've put brand new piston rings, and I've also put a new little end bearing. This one is out of focus now. It looks okay, but I thought, you know, with the shock of it seizing and then the shock of bump starting it to unseize it, I thought for the sake of a few quid, let's chuck that one in the bin, put a brand new one in it. So here goes, fuel's on. I've left the cooling shroud off because basically I just want to fire it up, see if I've still got that rattle. If I've got that rattle, I think it's going to be engine out and investigate a bit further. So fuel's on, ignition's off at the moment. I'm just going to kick it over once to get some fuel through. Let's go again. Yeah, now we'll go ignition on. Flick it off at that. I don't want to go too long on them fresh rings. Obviously no heat in it yet. It's very smoky because I had a lot of oil in the bore for them new rings, so that was expected. Right, so it's sat for a few minutes to cool down again. I'm going to fire it up, let it run for maybe 30 seconds this time. Ignition on might help. think it's still got a bit of a rattle. So I think it's still got that bit of a rattle. It unfortunately it does sound like it's in the cylinder as well. I'd come up with this theory that maybe the rattle was the cush drive and it had snapped a spring when it seized up. Then I bump started it. I thought maybe the cush drive's twisted and snapped a few of the springs, but it sounds in the cylinder. Let's go once more, just for a few seconds, then call it a night. Unfortunately, something just doesn't sound right. I might put the cooling shroud on tomorrow and just ride it round the block. So it's next morning, it's a glorious sunny morning and I'd love to be out on the scooter. But she broke. I've still got that top end rattle. As much as I want to put the cooling shroud on it and go for a razz around the block, I don't think it's worth the risk of potentially seizing it again, causing more damage to the engine. Obviously I got quite lucky with that seize. I had my fingers over the clutch. It locked the back wheel up for a split second, but I instantly had my fingers on the clutch, so it was like safe, but it could seize at any time kind of thing. So I think the sensible thing, let's put the 125 kit back on it. Unfortunately, that's going to mean changing the carb as well, back to the smaller carb. Obviously I've got that slightly taller gearing for the big block. Hopefully it's going to run alright on that. I think to make all that a bit easier, I'm going to take the engine out of the frame. There we go, 10 minutes, it's back off again. Let's do all the reverse and put the 125 on.